In a year of amazing and original games, Jail Dice may be one of the most original titles you haven't played in 2025. And if you don't mind one heck of a difficulty spike, this could be a fantastic game. Let me see if I can describe simply what Jail Dice is. This is a turn-based puzzle extraction shooter, high-octane real-time action puzzle roguelite. And I think I can just end the review right here. In the future, we play the pilot of a dice-based ship that has apparently saved the world from an alien invasion. But for some reason, the government has now locked us in a prison, and in order to escape, we must battle the, well, very giant jail dice to break out. This is definitely going to be an unusual one, and I'm going to probably spend the majority of this review just describing what the mechanics are. The game itself will involve you going into a kind of a flat screen or flat stage. Your job is to collect the different keys that will pop up in random spots. Every time you pick up a key, the enemies will escalate. Now, you have several defensive measures, and the faces of your die affect your abilities. So, the 6-sided dice is a shield. The 1-sided dice can either be used to propel yourself forward or shoot out a blast. As you keep rolling around, after a certain number of rolls, you'll build up a charge that will allow you to slam into an enemy, and whatever facing die is at the top will determine bonus resources. Yes, there's a lot of dice and face management in this one. Enemies come in various shapes and sizes, and while you move around in turns, the enemies operate in real time. And you need to be very careful, as this game features some of the nastiest status ailments I have seen in just about any game, let alone a looter, extraction shooter, real-time puzzle dating sim like this. As an example, when you are electrified, all your health and shields disappear, and the next hit, no matter from what source, is an instant kill, which can always be fun when you're surrounded by all kinds of traps and shots coming at you. Your goal, or your progression mechanic, is how you kill enemies will drop either energy or scrap. And these are your two primary resources used for leveling up. When you kill an enemy by running into them, you'll gain scrap. When you shoot an enemy and kill them, they'll drop energy. And the perk tree in Jail Dice is incredibly important. This is not just about unlocking base stats, but giving you access to completely new moves, as well as important defenses and safety net mechanics, and that is a huge one that I'll be coming back to in a minute. The kind of state of this game is that every time you clear a stage, you'll be able to then apply your resources to upgrade yourself. When you unlock different upgrades on the progression tree, this in turn will raise the difficulty of the game up. So, harder enemies will start showing up, enemies that can apply not only status ailments to you, but can turn other enemies into status ailment causing ones. There are bombs to avoid, traps, and it just gets more and more involved. And the game kind of follows through in like this almost like idle or scale based progression. You'll go from maybe earning 3 to 5 points of resources to tens to even more. And you get really good at this game, you can speed run your way through a lot of it. But you see, here's where the difficulty lies. There is a incredibly big difficulty spike that occurs, and I have to spoil it for this review because if I don't, it can very well kill your entire run. So, when you've unlocked, but you haven't purchased the final upgrade, the game will kind of go into endgame. And every few floors or runs you do, the boss will show up. Now, when the boss shows up, if it kills you, or if you die at any point in Jail Dice, the game features an almost like Souls-like death system. Well, there's another adjective for this game. When you die, your next run you will start on critical mode, where you'll only have 1 hit point before you die again, but you'll gain increased resources. The bad news is that if you die in critical mode, all the modules that you have equipped, including those very life-saving ones that prevent ailments, they get knocked off of your character, or they get deleted, and you'll have to rebuild yourself back up. But you see, here's the problem. You need to build yourself back up while the game is already in its hardest form. That means all the status ailment causing enemies, all the nastier traps, and even the boss showing up again will be a factor, and you don't have those life-saving modules anymore. And you can enter this just downward spiral of, I make a little progress, start getting my modules back, boss shows up, kills me, I then can't recover, I lose those modules, I rinse and repeat. And this happened to me during the footage I've been playing for this review. I essentially lost about an hour just to regain the progress. I mean, I had to scrape by to get that progress again. And you see, the reason for this is that the final upgrade is essentially your escape module. It allows you to leave a stage without having to clear it, and it essentially lets you skip the boss fight when you're not ready. And again, given how life-saving and critical the modules are, you really don't want to be fighting it until you've completely maxed out the perk tree. And if you know what you're doing and you get everything in the correct order, you can max this out within maybe an hour, maybe hour and a half of play. But it's a very sharp spike in terms of the difficulty, and I wish the game could have maybe either given you a warning or just let you know that the boss has been unlocked and you should be prepared for it. And the boss fight kind of takes this game in a completely different direction, and at the time of recording this review, I haven't managed to beat it yet because I still need to get all the modules back. So even with that said, Jailed Dice plays like nothing we've seen in 2025. It is a very original game, and there's a fantastic concept here of combined like extraction elements with the kind of roguelite or progression-based systems. And I don't know if we'll see like any more from developer or we'll see anyone try and copy this kind of style, but if you're in the mood for something that you really haven't seen before and don't mind a lot of challenge, I would certainly give this one a play. So with that, Jailed Dice was played with a retail key. Let me tell you, your game for a future video doesn't have to involve extraction, shooting, sim music, real-time puzzle Souls-like, or does it involve dice? Be sure to get in touch. If you are one of the other few people who play this one, let me know what you thought about, especially all these spikes and difficulty and everything else. And with that, thanks for tuning in, and see everyone in our next review coming real soon. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and if you're interested in more of my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.